What's up guys, welcome back to another reaction video, and today we're going to be reacting to Meet the most polarizing player in the history of football. Now I'm going to seem dumb, but I'm not too sure what polarizing even means, so I'm guessing I'm going to learn through this video. And yeah, so I'm not actually too sure what this video is really about, apart from the fact that it's about a particular player. Yeah, cheers for the suggestion. There wasn't many suggested this, but there was a few, and I thought, you know, why not? Something a bit different. And yeah, the support lately has been insane. I'm genuinely, like, it's mental how it's going. And I just appreciate it so much. And yeah, thanks for the support again. It's insane. So yeah, let's try and keep up. Any other suggestions you know what to do, comment down below. Let's get into it.
Since every one of my videos get copyright claimed anyway, unlike other YouTubers, I'm making no money off of my videos. So this video is sponsored. If you love fantasy football, then listen up. GM Genius is offering a fantasy football scholarship competition. It's been hyped up by some of the biggest names in sports. The best part is it's $100 Amazon gift. Links in the description.
Feel bad for skipping that, but but this guy does make really good videos. I've reacted to quite a few of them, and yeah, they're good videos. So yeah, let's get into it. And hopefully he gets his money from the sponsors, and yeah.
Oh, jump pass. How about that?
Oh shit, the jump passes, man. They're always like, what the hell?
In 2006, Tim Tebow was a young backup freshman quarterback. Essentially, he was just a wildcat quarterback that season. Urban Meyer was easing him into the quarterback role because
he faked it
exactly
too.
what Tim Tebow could become. Everyone who watched that national title saw the potential his freshman year, but people had no idea what was about to come. 2007. This marks one of the greatest single seasons in college football history. Florida had lost many of their starters from the previous year, so in the midst of a quick rebuild, Tebow was the show.
Middle. Tebow now takes off.
Oh, mate, he is reckless. So he's got a lot to his game. He's got the passing ability, he's got the strength, got the dribbling ability. So I'm guessing this guy was like the all-round package. Yo, he is strong. Oh, did he get the touchdown? If he got that touchdown, nuts. I'm assuming he did. Look at that, bro. His head. Oh, mate, he's in it. Mate, he's in it to fucking win it, mate. What's he again, bro? The way he's just sent him. Yo, this guy's crazy already. For about a minute of reacting. Oh my god. That is disgusting. And he's made the touchdown. Keep going back, but this is crazy. That is one of the naughtiest runs I've seen. Oh, mad.
Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer became the scariest duo in college football. And after a
Heisman
winning campaign, they showed no signs of slowing down. Entering 2008, Tebow had already established himself as a force. Florida was retooled and was ready to make another national title run. That's when the game against Ole Miss happened.
It is the 2008 SEC home opener for the Florida Gators. After a big win in Knoxville last weekend, the Gators return home. They march their way into Florida Field, the Swamp, as they get set to take on Houston Nuts, Ole Miss Rebels. Some more pressure comes. It's blocked.
Oh.
It sails out of the end zone. Are you kidding me? Lofts it up over the middle.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a pass.
Lofts it up again. They'll try Harvin. Off his fingertips.
So what I'm assuming is they were trying and they just couldn't get the breakthrough. And I'm assuming he gets it. Like,
You got your number 3 left guard in there because of injury.
And I just want to say one thing to the fans and everybody in Gator Nation.
oh, so he didn't actually win it. I'm guessing they feel like he's the one who lost it for them, in a sense. Is that what he's trying to say? I'm guessing this is going to be like the rest of this video is going to be like the comeback, in a sense.
I'm sorry. Extremely sorry. You know, we were hoping for an undefeated season. That was my goal. Something Florida's never done here. but I promise you one thing, a lot of good will come out of this. You have never seen any player in the entire country play as hard as I will play the rest of the season, and you never see someone push the rest of the team as hard as I will push everybody the rest of the season, and you never see a team play harder than we will the rest of this season. God bless.
You can already see how fucking emotional this guy is about it. I'm guessing this was a really big moment. But yeah, man, he was literally in tears there.
This speech was so powerful that it was eventually engraved on a plaque that was placed outside the entrance of one of their football facilities. Florida would not only win the rest of their games, but they absolutely dominated. They went on to win their second national title in 3 years.
So he literally said, he said what he said and then he done it. He was like, oh, we'll come back. And yeah, he talked the talk and then he walked the walk. Fair play. I'm guessing this is setting like his career path.
Game, Tebow wore eye black with John 3:16 written on them. This generated over 90 million searches on Google over the next 24 hours.
Oh,
Tebow's
shit.
fame in college had
That's
shot into
mad.
the stratosphere. His level of play, along with his openness to his faith, had caused him to be such a polarizing figure. He was a guy that a lot of people loved, but most fans of other teams hated him. Florida failed to return to the national title in Tebow's final season after being stunned by Alabama in the SEC championship. With the camera on Tim Tebow's face during the final seconds of the game, it became a disgustingly satisfying moment for all the Tebow haters around the world. Also, writing messages on eye black would be banned in 2010, dubbing the term the Tebow rule. Winning or losing, Tebow was the face of college football. But now, it was time for the next chapter, the NFL.
My release point of where I'm actually throwing the ball is not different at all. You know, in high school, they said I couldn't be a quarterback, and we've come a long way since then.
Some analysts loved him, some hated him. The hype surrounding this draft in Tebow was similar to this last draft in Lamar Jackson. Many people felt that his style didn't transition to the league, which to that point, we really hadn't seen anyone like him yet in the NFL. He was so dominant in college that it always made you wonder. Denver pulled the trigger on him at the end of the first round, and it became the story of the night. And after only seeing limited action his rookie season, Tebow and the Broncos geared up for 2011. This was one for the books. So here's the scenario. The Broncos had fallen flat to start the season. Kyle Orton had been the solid starting quarterback for 2 years. But after
What just happened there?
This was one for the books. So here's the scenario. The Broncos had fallen flat to start
Is
the
that
season.
him?
Kyle Orton had been the solid starting quarterback for 2 years, but after a 1-4 start, 2011 was a major step back. With panic setting in within the organization, they had no choice but to hand the reins to Tim Tebow.
Oh, so it wasn't him.
Somehow, someway, the Broncos finished 7-4 in their last 11 games. Tebow had led the charge with a 6-game win streak at one point. The
Oh, wow.
Broncos snuck into the playoffs behind Tebow's historically bad passing stats.
I cannot believe what I saw yesterday. I mean, this boy he went 3 for 16 in the first 3 quarters. He had a passer rating of 13. He was just I was looking so forward to coming to work.
Yeah, because you were right.
I was like,
For a minute.
It's exactly what I said. It's exactly what I said. And then the fourth quarter arrived.
He would have one of the worst games that you've ever watched, and then somehow in the last few minutes, he would will his way to victory. He was so spectacularly inefficient, they almost benched him. But come on. You can't bench the guy who somehow got you into the playoffs. And what would happen next was one of the most unbelievable things that football fans have ever witnessed. It was a game for the ages.
So Tim Tebow comes onto the field.
So I'm guessing this guy's like the sort of, he's like kind of bipolar in a sense that he's like, he does all the magical stuff that looks spectacular, but he doesn't like consistently play like really well. Is that what it's trying to say? I feel like that's what it's sort of pointing at.
Right now carrying a 3.
Which I can see why that's frustrating.
First time ever.
Wait, fucking hell. This is a tight game. It's 23-23.
From 31 yards out, 4 years.
6. The prophecy had come full circle. Although they lost the
Oh,
ball
shit.
in the week,
That's
Tebow
pretty crazy, the fact that he had that on his face and he's got that.
accomplished something that many good NFL quarterbacks will never accomplish. But here's where it all goes downhill. Tebow truly never got another chance. The guy who went 7-4 as a starter with 5 fourth quarter comebacks. The guy who miraculously beat the Steelers in the playoffs. Yeah, that guy only threw 8 more passes in his entire career. The Broncos signed Peyton
What?
Manning in the offseason, and they sent Tim Tebow off to the Jets for
I swear he made more passes in that game alone.
some low-round picks. Essentially nothing. They claimed they were going to use him on special teams and maybe even throw him in the Wildcat, but apparently never at quarterback. Even though the media and the fans begged the Jets to put him in, they never did. And they ended up cutting Tim Tebow following the season. Say what you want about him, it's a complete joke the way his football career ended. He did receive chances from the Patriots and Eagles, but he never made another final roster. Looking back, Tim Tebow's importance to college and pro football will forever hold a place to anyone who watched during that era. I mean, how many dudes have started a complete movement by their actions in a football game? Maybe you hated his guts because he expressed how he felt. Or maybe you thought that he was a terrible quarterback. At the end of the day, the way that he approached the game and the passion that he brought, that's what football's all about.
Hey, let's go! Get in here! Let's go! Get in here right now! Get in here! Hey, we got 30 minutes for the rest of our lives! 30 minutes for the rest of our lives! That's our battle first half. It ain't happening. We get the ball. I promise you one thing. We're going to hit somebody and we're taking down the field for a touchdown. I guarantee you that. Guarantee. Look at me. Look at me. Let's go. We got 30 minutes. Let's go. For the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm guessing that just shows the difference in level between college football and NFL. I'm guessing the transition really is difficult because I'm not really sure about the levels. People have been saying that the level's high in both, but it's more about the physicality in NFL, about how much more physical it really is. But yeah, that was a weird video. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I'm guessing it's just sort of polarizing, just sort of how his career sort of, people thought he was going to be a good player, but he just wasn't consistent enough and just didn't live like a long career. But yeah, that was a different suggestion. Any other suggestions you know what to do? And I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and peace.